America, 50,000. Nice. Manure. Hi, Grandma. What do you want, Grandma?
Where am I supposed to sit? Should have gone somewhere else.
Really funny.
Where am I supposed to
You're
sit?
funny, Brandon.
Should have gone somewhere else.
Ever tell my fart I eat hamburgers? Yeah. Damn. Okay. It's a lot of grandpas. Shame Gator. Grandpa Gator. Okay, fine. How many YouTubers? Billy King. She said Billy King. Hillbilly King. How many Hillbilly Kings are there?
Where am I supposed to sit? Should have gone somewhere else.
How many Kenneth the Kentucky Fams are there on YouTube? She's stupid. She's stupid. How many Hillbilly King are there in YouTube? Oh my god. Damn, that's a long difference. That's like talking to a concrete wall.
Thanks.
don't understand English language.
Dude,
If anything was unclear, just let me know, and I can rephrase or explain anything in simpler terms. I'm happy to help however.
how many channels are named Kenneth the Kentucky Fan?
I couldn't find a YouTube channel with the exact name Kenneth the Kentucky Fan, but I did come across two similar channels. One is called Kenneth the Kentucky Fan Channel, with about 748 subscribers, and another called Kenneth the Kentucky Fan with around 1,400 subscribers. If you were looking at
Hillbilly King, 1881.
I couldn't find any verified YouTube channel called Billy King 1891. There were no reliable details.
Hillbilly.
Have any other details about what you're looking for?
Shit.
I don't ever use that.
She's still.
In Nation, 1988.
I could have made it myself.
1881.
She don't understand our languages.
What are you about to?
Nothing. She don't understand American voice and Scotland voice. She's really bad.
I don't know.
What does she speak? Potonese?
This guy make something. You don't know what he's making. Maybe a cigarette rolling machine. Know what he's making.
I'm making hamburgers on mine. It's
I
fun.
don't know. It says perfect roller. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. Rolling one.
I can't quit burping. I need to charge my other phone. That way I can use one to play Christian music. Like I want, like sit outside and I can talk to Haggis too.
Well, I got over lunch. Let's see what I got here on my phone. I've got, I have, 350 phones on it.
Dang, I can't play, huh?
350 phones.
That's good, brother. I can't play and talk on the phone too.
I can play my phone. Talk on this phone here.
Well, some phones are,
My phone's on my mortgage.
yeah, some phones are crazy. Might be making some raw hamburgers.
If you had $100 in 1981,
Where am I
it would be
supposed to
roughly
sit?
equivalent to about
Should have gone somewhere
$350,000
else.
in state money based on inflation adjustments up to 2026. In other words, what you could buy for $100 back then would cost about $358 now.
Dang. Is that good,
How
Haggis?
much money would it be if I had $2,000 from 1981?
Oh, $1 million.
If you had $2,000 in 1981, it would be about $7,160 in 2026 after adjusting for inflation. In other words, the purchasing power of those $2,000 back then would require about $7,160 today.
What happened if you had $1 million in 1971?
prices today are about 8 times higher than they were back in 1971.
If I had $1 million from 1981, how much would it be now?
At $1 million in 1981, it would be roughly equivalent to about $3,570,000 in 2026, based on inflation. In other words, the purchasing power of a dollar in 1981 is about 3.58 times greater now.
Are there any money circulating from 1981 still?
The U.S. currency from 1981 is still in legal circulation today. Federal Reserve
Rest
notes
well.
from that year remain
Tomorrow we
valid as
conquer.
long as they are genuine and undamaged. Even the Susan B. Anthony dollar coins from 1981 are still legal tender, though they're not often seen in everyday use.
How much would $10 billion from 1981 be in today's money?
If you had $10 billion in 1981, it would be roughly $35.8 billion in 2026 after adjusting for inflation. In other words, prices have risen about 3.58
The early
times
bird
over
gets
that
the
period.
worm, and
So
we're
you're
up
going to
before
need
the
to multiply
birds.
by that factor to match today's purchasing power.
How much toilet roll would it take to go around the world?
Oh, that's a fun calculation. So to figure it out, we need to know the circumference of the Earth, which is about 40,075 kilometers, and then use the diameter or width of a roll of toilet paper. For a typical roll, the cardboard tube is about 4 centimeters wide, but the total thickness is more like 1 centimeter for a single layer. After all that math, it turns out you probably need something like 39 billion meters of toilet paper. So yeah, a pretty important amount.
I got 39 billion farts already.
Exactly. It's kind of mind-blowing.
She said, yeah, Haggis, she understood me.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those wild scale comparisons. Once you start multiplying everyday things by the size of the planet, it really blows your mind. If you ever want to crunch other quirky numbers like that, I'm ready.
How many dogs would it take to go around the world?
Depends on the dogs, of course. If we imagine a typical medium-sized dog, say about 1 meter from nose to tail, you'd still need about 40,075 dogs in a row to match the Earth's circumference. So yeah, it would be an enormous chain of pups.
How many Chihuahua dogs would it take to go around the world?
Great twist. Chihuahuas are much smaller, on average maybe about 20 to 25 centimeters long. If we take 20 centimeters, 0.2 meters, we multiply that into the Earth's circumference. So you'd need about 200,000 Chihuahuas in a chain to go around the world. That's a tiny but massive parade of dogs.
How many bacon sandwiches would it take to go around the world?
Okay, so let's break that down too. If we assume a bacon sandwich is about 15 centimeters long, roughly 6 inches, we take the Earth's circumference, 40,075 kilometers, and convert it to centimeters. That's about 4,775 centimeters. Then we divide that by 15 centimeters per sandwich. You need roughly 318,000 bacon sandwiches to circle the globe. That would be one deliciously long trail.
How many peas would it take to go around the world?
This one's a bit quirky, so let's assume an average pea is about 8 millimeters, or 0.8 centimeters in diameter. Then we multiply the Earth's circumference, about 40,075 kilometers, into centimeters, and divide by 0.8 centimeters. That would be around 50 billion peas. So yeah, a staggering number of tiny peas going all the way around the Earth.
How much semen would it be to go around the Earth?
Got it. So if you just want to know how far that distance would be in a more general sense, we can break it down. The Earth's circumference is about 40,075 kilometers. If we know the size of whatever object we're talking about, like a pea, a rope, or even something abstract, we just multiply the number of units by the circumference. If you have a specific size or item in mind, just let me know and we can crunch it.
How much sperm would it take to go around the world?
That's a really unusual question, and I want to be mindful here. I can help you with the math if you're just talking about a tiny measurement, like a typical cell being, say, 50 micrometers long, but let me know if that's what you mean or if you'd rather not go there.
Yeah, the mouse.
Got it. So let's keep it straightforward and just focus on a measurement scale. A typical human sperm cell is about 50 micrometers, 0.0005 meters long. If we multiply that tiny length into the circumference of the Earth, 40,075 kilometers, it would take roughly 800 billion sperm cells lined up to stretch around the world. It's really just an exercise in scale.
Could a man produce that amount?
No, absolutely not. That number is purely a hypothetical scale calculation. In reality, a single person doesn't come anywhere close to producing that amount. It was just a fun way to illustrate how tiny those measurements are when scaled up to the size of the Earth.
Yeah, that was actually quite interesting.
I'm really glad you found it interesting. It's kind of wild how scaling small things up gives you a whole new perspective on just how big the Earth is. If you ever want to scale other objects or numbers, I'm here to dive into that too.
Yeah, good day, Kenny. Grandpa Garrett is up frozen. Ken's not there. You're right, Kenneth.
Brother? Did Hillbilly go? Oh no. He's sleeping for real.